Hi, my name is Sophia Charles, and as a human being, I was born with rights. I have the right to feel safe. I have the right to choose who I love. You do not have the right to tell me who to date. You do not have the right to abuse me. Respect my rights because I respect yours.
Hi, my name is Serafina. I lose my patience pretty quickly at times. My triggers are the main cause of me losing my patience, and that's what I'm here to talk about. I do get sensitive at times pretty quickly, and I try to relax myself at times. Um, Here, I had to make a difference. We focus mainly on anti-violence and helping the community. And I feel like I should definitely work on my triggers because when I lose my patience, I do tend to lash out and get angry at times at something or someone. And I also feel like myself and everyone should work on their triggers and take the time to relax and find something that they love to do most to just relax their mind and just find a way to not get angry or just not having to think about the fact that something just tipped you off or anything like that. Yeah, uh, one of my triggers are basically just me like at my breaking point. I do have a sensitive soft spot, so I do tend to get angry pretty quickly, which is something that I need to work on.
Hi, my name is Tanice. I'm here to talk about triggers, things that trigger me. Um, I have a lot, but we're just gonna limit it down to two. So one of my triggers is dirt and dirty people. Like I cannot be around dirt, sit around dirt. Like it's gonna make me clean, and if I'm cleaning up behind me and someone else, it triggers me. It really does. Um, Another trigger for me is having to repeat myself. Like you ever be talking and somebody keeps saying huh. I'd rather you just not even I forget what I done said. Like I just rather not even say it no more. But I get over my triggers by just holding my tongue most of the time. Cause of course I'm a human being. Like I can't just be at peace always. So things do trigger me always. Always. Like always. But I just hold my tongue a lot because my mama told me if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So I don't. And another way I cope with it or try to overcome it is by limiting the people I have around me. Like, if I know you don't like to clean or you like to sit around and lay down and you have a whole bunch of junk around you, I'm just not going to be around you. Because why am I going to do that to myself? I'm not. But yeah, so that's just some of my triggers and the ways I deal with them. Sorry. But that's all. Thank you. I don't want to come on here and tell you, don't let it get to you because it's easier said than done. Trust me, I know from experience. However, listen to music, be around people you love and loved ones, or just go turn up. Whatever you do, just to make yourself stay peaceful and stay at peace. Don't let nobody disrupt that and trigger you. Trust me.
A name is worth 1,000 conversations. Mine happens to be Xavier Trey Brown. I will introduce some of my triggers, explain how I cope with them, while also explaining what I would do to handle an occurring problem where someone happens to be upset. Some of the things that trigger me is when someone interrupts me and maybe when ignorance is being distributed and portrayed in the environment I am in. When someone interrupts me, it bothers me because it shows a lack of respect and I may lose my train of thought. Ignorance bothers me because as a collective, I feel that we should come together and use our resources to help one another. I work hard on making sure that things that trigger me do not result in violence. Some of the things I would suggest to someone else if they were wanting to act out violently is making sure they try some breathing techniques, practice meditating so throughout your day you're more likely to have a clear mind. I believe violence in any circumstance shouldn't be prohibited because it mostly results with a negative impact on the physical and spiritual realms. With that being said, always try to stay level headed and try to make the right decisions.
Hello, this is Daniel Chino, and this is my first day in Hands That Make a Difference. I'll be talking about what triggers me as a person. On just a list of of things that are on top of my head: tasteless art, bad manners, upsetting attitude, unreasonably rude, violence of any kind that wasn't necessary to begin with, sharp objects, and blood. For blood, I have a long medical history, and to be frank, I hated every moment that I saw a needle, IV bags, or the likes around me. I was never a fan of it, and still not a fan now. As for bad manners, I grew up with a mostly strict family, and I learned to be as proper as I could be back then. As to improve myself, I just try to focus myself on something more positive. Unless I know I'm in a safe environment to help myself or help others if they are suffering from the same things I do, I suffer from. It isn't the best solution, but sadly I can't play heroes at every moment.
Hi, my name is Safia Charles, and I am from Anaheim, California, but I now live in the Bronx. Growing up was difficult. Despite my youth, I felt like I had a lot of challenges because of how different in New York, California were. When I started middle school, I remember a part of me feeling worried or uncomfortable when I was in a difficult scenario. When I turned 14, I was diagnosed with borderline anxiety disorder, and most days it is not easy, but taking it one day at a time has helped. What upset or triggers me could be a large event that I'm extremely worried about. It could be a buildup of tiny, stressful life situations. An example is me having a big paper and doing it at the last minute, or maybe feeling unsafe on public transportation. Sometimes it could even be small or minor inconveniences that occur throughout the day. Instead of allowing my sentiments to build up, I share how I feel with a trusted friend or a loved one. Recently, I also started seeing a therapist, which also helps. When I can't contact a friend or a loved one or see my therapist, what I could do is write in my journal, draw, maybe go on a walk, and try to recognize what made me feel anxious in the first place. What I would say to someone who was feeling upset or anxious and wanted to act out violently is that I would attempt to reassure them and let them know, hey, I understand. I know what it's like, instead of telling them to calm down. And I would also tell them that there are other ways to deal with feeling anxious or upset instead of resorting to violence. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, my name is Seraphine Kofi, and usually my triggers lead to me just being antagonized or people who bug me or just add fuel to the fire when I'm just mad. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. Our hands make a difference. We are a anti-violence community who helps the community. Usually my triggers will lead to me when I'm just mad or like not in a mood, and people just pick at me, and usually I would just like snap, and then that would just be like me for the whole day. Like I would just take my mood out on everybody, and I need to work on that for myself. I usually take the time to listen to music and listen to one of my favorite songs, or just go in my journal and write like everything that happened throughout the day and how I can fix that.
Hello, my name is Xavier Brown, and as a human, I was born with rights. I have the right to feel safe. I have the right to choose whom I love. You do not have the right to tell me who I can date. You do not have the right to abuse me. Respect my rights because I respect yours.
Or I will just like look at clothes, look at shoes online. And I do recommend that for people who like have some sort of temper problem or have like pretty quick triggers, because that can help a lot. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Daniel Chino. As a human being, I was born with rights.
I have the right to feel safe. I have the right to choose whom I love. You do not have the right to tell me who I can date. You do not have the right to abuse me. Respect my rights because I respect yours.
Being rude is wrong. Being a bully is wrong. Being disrespectful is wrong. He that makes a difference wants to stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop the violence.